I grew up very poor in Jamaica. But you know what the good thing about it was? You're poor, but you don't know.
So the uptownification of CVM has reached the desk of Miss Pearly Grandson. Liu, 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 liu.
La 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 la. Oh, I mean, Lou, 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 Lou. So Miss Pearly Grandson meets Miss Nama's granddaughter. You understand? Because I gotta tell you, no, your grandson is here on Sunrise, ma'am. Hello, please. He's an educator, a cultural ambassador. He's a philanthropist at art, and he also has a few other titles. Andrew, Miss Pearly Grandson Dennis, is our very special guest right here on Sunrise, and he joins us this morning. Miss Pearly Grandson, hello.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Yes.
Boy, you know, Kenny, I find it hilarious because I remember. I mean, it feels like a long time now. I saw this account pop up on TikTok, and like it was mainly talking about like teacher things, like especially, and then as a teacher myself, like it resonated with me, like, and it was talking about like teacher them were going a foreign and them something there.
Yes.
And then over time, I'm like, yo, this is some funny stuff.
Yes.
And then like it expanded to some other stuff, and then some other stuff, and then it turned like social commentary. And so it's not just about education, but like the stuff was really like a lot about, where did you start off on social media? Because I saw you and started following your stuff from like just educational stuff.
I started off on Instagram. I started off on Facebook and then Instagram. And then people kept saying to me, you have something to offer. You really should be on TikTok. And I didn't buy into it initially because I thought I was too old for another social media platform. We never have no time for it. And they said to me, no, but you need to be over there. And it's interesting because in the heat of the pandemic, when everybody ran to TikTok, I was kind of geriatric, so I ran to YouTube. So nobody found me. I wasn't found out until after the fact, you know, of everybody blowing up and so on and so forth. So kind of late to the party. But I started on Facebook and ended up on TikTok, where most people would have met Miss Pearly Grandson.
Well, I came across you because I love the fact that you're talking about rural stuff, you know, grassroots things, right? And as a grassroots woman myself, I found it to be very insightful and introspective, and you know what I mean? You know, we taught them, you don't want to plant gungwa line and stuff like that. And when you would, you know, draw on your grandmother, that for me was a big deal, because my grandmother of blessed memory, Mrs. Norma Clark, you know, is one of my heroes, right? So I really love that time when you'd dress up and do the things, you know? So I loved it. And I'm like, you know what? I like the rootsiness of this person, as well as I saw the dynamic of my thing where you can code switch, you can do the education, but we can communicate with people at the grassroots level, which I liked. So that is why when you said Miss Pearly Grandson, I never know Miss Kitty could have, Miss about, member say, I me say lawyering, member say, me say education, member say, but then again, we eat with kings and queens, but we have the common touch. Yes. Because as a communicator, you have to reach your audience where they are. And I thought you did a good job of that. And so that for me was quite impressive. But what in terms of, you know, just reaching out, how do you choose your topics? How do you choose your skits? How do you choose what to talk about on these platforms?
I choose my topics for social commentary based on what is going on in the news and based on things that I am passionate about and things I feel like people should be talking about, and things on my feel say if I add a voice to it, it probably will make a difference.
Yes.
And it's a lot that goes on in Jamaica that people seem just unscathed, and because of that, successive governments have them just get away with a lot of things because nobody calls them out. We have normalized the lack of accountability and transparency in Jamaica. We have normalized a lot of crazy stuff in Jamaica, to the extent that when somebody comes out and talks about it, they almost demonize them and make them seem as though they are the enemy, and you know, you're throwing them to death like a Stephen kind of thing. So if there's something that's going on that I feel like it warrants somebody talking about it, given the fact that I have a platform, I'll talk about it. And then For the skit side of things now, to be very honest, Miss Kitty, I feel like I am somewhat aligned with the moon. You know, like them say new moon, full moon, and I'm mad something there. So like there are times when militarily wake up out of my bed and just get up with the idea and say, no, may I have to go do this because it just seemed like something that should be done. And that's how we do it.
Well, you're natural and you're hilarious. And so let me ask you now. So the uptownification of CVM, my darling, right? So come here for go down in it, my love.
Right, true.
What do you watch Sunrise? And what are your thoughts? You know what I mean? Because with that museum over here.
Yeah.
So
no,
what are your
thoughts?
I'm
saying too. Like it coming like say CVM. CVM did start out good enough. I could be very honest
about that.
Because there was that time when people always ditch the news from one station for run come over CVM come watch. The young and the restless and people like my grandparents used to late figure up Bible study due to them have to catch on to the young and the restless. But so there's a time when CVM did really happen, but then after a while, it really did feel like CVM did start to become ashes in an urn for somebody. What not? We don't know what did happen. But it did kind of dwindle down a little bit and left like the little drugs in at the bottom of the container. But then all of a sudden, there's a scroll on social media when they made me own a business and we just see one news set or something colorful. I have one whole heap of lights and I said to myself, so nobody's look good. What is going on? But then when I look at me, see the quality people now who are stepping onto the set, me say, then wait, come now. Come now, TVM. Walk right out on them. So that was where the concept came from. I'm happy that CVM took it this way. And listen, anybody that I have over there in a marketing, I tell you this, and I am not even going to stutter by the McGuinness. Anybody who in a marketing, blend them up a nice little blending of so on and so forth and all these things because them deserves it.
Nice.
Because they're not going with a bag of things.
Well, we appreciate it and thanks for the commentary because when I saw it, and of course, you know, ever since then, intermittently we'll say, Lou.
Even behind the scenes.
Yeah, even
behind the scenes.
Is influence.
Yes. And we love it. And we just want to say big ups to you as well and what you do, because you have some very important topics and issues that you really touch on, and it's very important. So it's really great. But you also have a website, though. Talk to us about your website and what is it that you hope to accomplish with it.
Listen, a lot of things. I got an epiphany one morning in the gym. I was like, all the social media platforms are in fact a website, and they get to determine what the algorithm is and whether they feed your stuff or not. I need to find myself in a space where I can control that, and that was where the idea of the website was born. Interestingly, I'm not a web developer, but I said to a friend of mine who is into IT, hey, this is what I would like to do. How do you think I should go about it? And he said to me, if it is that you control the graphics on your page, and if it is you who do the editing for your content, I am confident that you can build a website. And so that's all I needed. Somebody just planted a seed and I ran with it. I reflect on my days going to BB Coke High School, and when they only had 15 computers in the lab, and they said we're going to select the students who are better at IT from a mock exam to do this exam, and clearly may never qualify. You don't know me not going to qualify. So I didn't get to do IT, and so to be able to sit around my computer and literally build this thing myself, it's one of my greatest joys and my proudest accomplishments. And so mpgproductions.com is where you're likely to find all things Miss Pearly Grandson, including the perpetuation of the culture, including the teachers field too, you know, my advocacy for teachers, including my merchandise. May I try to build a little virtual museum where I have all of the artifacts that we used to growing up in Jamaica, what those look like and what they were used for. All of that nice stuff. And then this part is important to me. I want to have an MPG community exchange page on my website where people who are disposing of stuff can find other people to take those stuff off their hands. And we're talking about things like used textbooks and used school uniform. We get dashed away all the time because Jamaicans kind of start to face it, so you don't really want to impose upon somebody if you say, oh, I have some St. uniform in a good condition, kind of want to feel like I take liberty with them, you know, and so I feel like if I created a place where that kind of an exchange can take place, you know, the protocols are in place. We have the formal exchange without the liberty taking part of it. I feel like that's something that's very useful that the community can benefit from. So we say treasure, not trash, right?
Lovely. Well, you are a treasure, and we want to big you up. Thank you so very much for all you do. Continued success and growth.
Absolutely.
And thank you for watching CVM. Thanks for watching Sunrise. And big up Miss Pearly.
Big up St. Elizabeth. Big up St. Elizabeth.
Grandson, St. Elizabeth, the Breadbasket Parish. Congratulations on all your accomplishments, and we wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Respect. Thank you.
Bless up.